What is up, guys? Today we're going to be doing the review for geometry page 1. I don't have an editing software, so I get to move the camera awkwardly, all right? Don't look at me too hard. If I quickly, and then I turn it, there we go. All right, today we're doing page 1. That's the first part of this video. It shouldn't take us too long. I'm going to do only a few problems of each and leave the rest for you guys. Now, the key is on Canvas, so make sure you are, checking your answers with the key, but I want you to try and get that stuff done on your own first. I'm tearing off a page now, so I can do a quick recap. Here's my little cheat sheet we're going to use of the materials. I find it the best, to review quickly, as give us some, keywords we can use along the way here as we explore. So, anyways, as a recap, when we're talking about congruent triangles, we have 5 things we want to know. 5 ways we can prove triangles are congruent so far. We got side, side, side. All 3 sides are shared. Side, angle, side. An angle wedged between 2 sides. Angle, angle, side. Where it's like this, but the side is outside of those 2 angles. We also have angle, side, angle. And finally, hypotenuse, leg. So as we go through, we're going to be citing these methods to know exactly what's going on. Anyway, so in the beginning, we'll try these first problems here. And I'm going to do 4 of these, 5 of these, and leave you guys to do the rest. You'll be able to check your answers on the key, so no worries there. All right. A good way to start this problem, if you're going to work through one of these, we're worried about labeling our triangle in order, because we want to get the correct naming order of these congruent triangles. So in this case, if we're starting with ABC, you see this triangle is given as triangle ABC. Now we're assuming they're congruent, so we'll see in a moment that they are. But we'll see triangle ABC. Well, what angle does A correspond to? Well, let's see. It's between the no marking and the 2 hash. Okay. Well, the 2 hash marks and the no marking is R. So A goes first. So R would go first in my answer for number 1. All right. Continuing on, I see that B comes next. Now B is between no marks and 1 mark. No marks and 1 mark is W, so W would go next. And then obviously my last letter has to go last. That's I. Okay. Now if I want to conclude which congruency method I'm actually using, I look to my list over here. So here I have my little list. All right. I got side, 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 angle, angle, side, angle, hypotenuse, leg. So in this case, I see, and now the ordering matters, so maybe I'll write that. The order matters. So if I'm looking through here, I see side, 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 that would be 3 sides all the same. Well, I'm missing a side, so I can't use side, side, side. Side, angle, side does seem to apply in this case, because I have an angle here wedged between 2 sides. So maybe in a new color, we'll see what's going on. I have a side. I know that these sides are shared. That's good. And then I have an angle. These angles are shared. And then I have a side shared, again, I should say corresponding, between both triangles in this pair of triangles. All right? This immediately tells me, since I have an angle wedged between 2 sides, the best notation I could use is an angle wedged between 2 sides. Side, angle, side would be my choice for showing these triangles are congruent. Now, that is a super in-depth explanation. You guys don't have to go through all those steps every single time. I'm going to go through kind of more quickly, 2, 3, and 4, and then I will leave you guys to do the rest on your own. So, quickly here, I see A, B, and C. A has 1 hump, E has 1 hump. E then corresponds with A, all right? Go to B next, just kidding. B has no angle markings. S has no angle markings, so S must come next, all right? And finally, since H is the only one left, H must go last. And this is here I have a side, an angle, and an angle. So an angle touching a side, I call that angle, angle, side congruence. Now that is the same kind of congruence as side, angle, but typically we write it in alphabetical order just for funsies, okay? There's really no great reason outside of that's convention. And then finally here we see a case of side, 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 since I have all 3 sides in common. and that would be side, side, side. Now, side, side, side is actually a postulate. We haven't proved that one. These other two are theorems that we showed our result of side, side, side. All right, and then here we have triangle ABC, and then we want it to correspond to, let's see, A is between 1 and 3 hash marks. That's kind of how I'm thinking of it. And then I see that G is between 1 and 3. So G must go first. Next is B, and I see that B is between 2 and 3. 2 and 3 would be T, and then the last letter is N. All right, so I've done the first 3. I think you guys can do the rest on your own. Please email me with your questions. If you have any questions, go through these. Do the same thing we've been doing, naming in order, making sure all the parts correspond, and then picking the appropriate congruence theorem to justify your answers. See you in the next video.